Hi, my name is Mark Rogers, author and creator of Stooltime Counseling. Today, I am out here in Marysville, Ohio, located near downtown Marysville, to visit Graphic Stitch, a family-run business, a business that does embroidery work and silk screening. Today we're going to go meet the owner of this family-run business, or one of the owners, Todd Hoagie. I'd like to thank all of the Stooltime Counseling readers for reading my articles, and if you're so inclined to decide and purchase and invest in some Stooltime Counseling merchandise and gear. This is the location where the merchandise is made. So let's go inside and take a look, and we'll introduce you to Todd Hoagie. Thank you.
Well, this is our general office, sales office or whatever. We have, obviously it's a pretty busy environment. We got a lot of things going on all the time.
This is where I work.
Yeah, Bob works right there whenever he comes in. So, but yeah, when we do all of our own ordering, all of our own purchasing of everything, we have sales representatives in Indianapolis, Southern Indiana. We have another location that we supply down there. All the main production for the big chunk of our embroidery and our screen printing and sign work is all done at this location in Marysville, Ohio.
How long have you been in the business?
Been in the business since 1994. Started out of my house. I was an engineer at Honda. Mechanical engineer is my background. Went to Purdue University, got a degree in mechanical engineering. Worked for Honda for about 5 years, but always had the artistic desire to be a little bit more creative and stuff, and always had the idea of maybe starting my own business in some capacity. Didn't know it necessarily was going to lead this direction, but it was a nice combination of combining some mechanical and computer skills and my design and artistic skills, because I do all the design work still for my company, which is good and bad. I feel like I have personal touch on every single design that ever goes through the operation, or I oversee anything that's being completed by somebody else internally. So that keeps me pretty close to everybody that we've ever done work for. We like to advertise ourselves as a one-stop shop. If you want to advertise anything you're doing with your company, you want to promote any event, you have a school that's celebrating a championship, a business that just needs general uniforming, we're your shop to come to. You can advertise on your vehicles, do vehicle lettering, signs, banners, anything you want.
Do all of that, huh?
Yeah. So, but with art, we can do anything. So it's once we have your logo, we can turn it into screen printing, we can turn it into embroidery, we can turn it into signs, we can put it on coolies, cups, mugs, pens, anything you want there as well.
And you have a catalog that explains and shows all of that.
Yeah, and really almost anything you can think of to promote your business or things you've seen, we can deal with. There's not too many things that we would turn away.
Okay.
So, and we'll always make suggestions in how to improve your logo or make it more economical for you to be able to produce it. So, that's part of what we do, and we've helped develop logos for people as well. They'll bring in some concepts, and we'll generate the logos for businesses as well.
You help develop mine.
Yeah, I think so. And like a lot of times, we'll get a real crude sketch of the idea, and then we'll fine tune it, show several examples, and then people will pick one or two or whatever. Quick tour through the place.
Okay.
This is just a sample of some of the apparel and things that are available to us. We do have a lot of uniforming, and you see a lot of scrubs out here. We work with a lot of health industry. We support some of the hospitals and nursing homes and things like that, so we have a place for them to try on. We control all of our customer information, so we keep it just like a doctor's file system.
Yeah, like a medical records department at a doctor's office.
Yeah, so your whole history of what you've done with us is all kept in these files. So we have multiple embroidery machines. Like I said, if we have a big run, we can use all 9 heads and run them all at the same time. We might have hats running over there, we might have jackets running here, we might be feeding one one-at-a-time pieces through the single head. It gives us a lot of flexibility to handle multi, work. Pieces of equipment. We've got some automatic presses over there. We've got a manual press here. We've got another manual press up front. We've got a couple of dryers. All right, so let's go grab your.
Just talk it through, Todd.
Okay, so we're pulling Mark's file.
Yeah.
We're going to find the specification sheet so we can pull up his design. See, and this is your design information. 3289 is your. So the designs are all kept on file so that we can basically pull any customer's file. Everything's referenced back to our specification sheet so we can find out which one we're going to run and then key that in here. Everything's all programmed. So all the machine's going to do is read in that file, and then we just assign colors to the sequences. But see, I did recognize it right away.
It's almost like a video game, isn't it?
It is. It even makes those funny little
The
sounds.
sound.
So this gives you the number. This is actually recording the stitches per minute speed of the machine. It fluctuates a little bit. It's set at about 800 stitches per minute. This is actually the number of stitches that it's produced so far. So your design has almost 4,000 stitches in it, and which will, basically you can calculate how long it's going to take to run it. Even though its set point might be 820, it'll run at that speed. That's the top end, but it'll slow down whenever it goes through a complicated curve or getting into some type of complicated fill where it may have to readjust or move around. But it also might help explain why there's a little bit of cost up front to do small runs, because you kind of go through the same amount of setup. Whether I'm going to run one piece or I'm going to run 300 more, I got to go through the same amount of time to get this design tweaked and ready to go. And not only from a design standpoint, but then even every time we load it in the machine. So prices are adjusted accordingly. You're going to get a better price for a larger run because you're able to benefit from that setup time over a longer period of time in that run. So coming up on the last series of stitches, there's 39,037 stitches it says in the design, so we're really close to that. And that's it.
There it is.
Stooltime Counseling.
Oh my.
Anyways, that's our
This is your operation.
That's our
huh?
operation.
Graphic Stitch, Marysville, Ohio.
Yep.
Very impressive, Todd.
Alrighty.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming.
You bet.